Well, what new accolade did Chris receive? Hey, this is cool. This is very cool. And I actually knew that this was probably coming down the pipe, but I wasn't really sure, so I didn't quite want to report on it just yet. But now that the news I can't say it. Now that the news is out there, guess what? Congratulations to Cris Cyborg. And we know that we support Cyborg over here. The coach does. Cyborg, Cyborg, Cyborg. Stay tuned. Hadouken! All right, LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Shout out to my boy Brian Jensen, man. Shout out to my boy Brian Jensen. He don't even know why I'm shouting him out, but if he go and look at a couple of his videos, definitely shout out to my boy Brian Jensen, Michael DeSanta, TC Johnson. And if I've missed you guys, don't think that I forgot you. Alicia Miller, Guitar Babe, just a lot of the people that's regular in the comment section. Keith Brown, MMA and Boxing, TJ347. Shout out to a lot of you guys, man. I definitely appreciate you guys, and definitely, the support that you guys have given me over the last year. It's been incredible. Wildest Moments, my girl Rebecca Stevens, um, Dennis Espinoza for putting some of the articles up on ldbcsports.com. Thank you guys. But let's go ahead and get this in, okay? So Cris Cyborg versus Holly Holm voted Women's MMA Female Fighter of the Year for 2017. I can't agree more, okay? I can't agree more. One thing, I may not say what you want me to say, a lot of people, about Holly Holm. But one thing I cannot call Holly Holm is a coward. And Holly Holm, she came to fight, okay? She came to fight. She may not have done well in the fight, but at least Holly Holm wasn't afraid to fight. Like the majority of us Cyborg fans that come into the octagon versus Cris Cyborg, they're afraid. And Holly Holm, she came. She came in there. She gave it her best effort. Holly Holm put 100% into what she was doing. And it just wasn't enough, It wasn't enough. Now, here's my thing. With this being Fight of the Year, okay? My first thought is, okay, what new opportunities are going to open up for Cris Cyborg? What's going to open up for Holly Holm? And you got a lot of people, man, that's calling out Cris Cyborg, but it's like, okay, do these people really want to fight, or are they just kind of doing that so they can get into the USC? Megan Anderson. Are they just, is that their intent? It seemed like a lot of people kind of see a formula. Seem like a lot of people see the formula. Okay, so I can get into the UFC if I merely just call out Cris Cyborg, or if I say I'll fight Cyborg to save a show. See, I think a lot of these managers, I think they've been looking at it, and these managers ain't stupid. These managers not stupid at all, y'all. They're not stupid. And what they're saying, what they're telling their fighters, yeah, call out Cris. We got to get into the UFC. We got to. And if you say you'll fight Cris, you just have to take one for the team. But at least we'll be in the UFC. And then we'll have time to prove ourselves, after Cris Cyborg beat you to a bloody pulp. And I'm starting to think that some of these managers are pushing these fighters to actually do it. I think they are. Um, and, Cyborg got to fight Nunes. Unfortunately, I don't think it's very, people will say, well, Nunes is a big bantamweight, she's this. But, when you hadn't been in a weight class for a long time, you got to get back used to the weight. And when you go up, you got to get used to, actually being more effective, your mobility, a lot of your speed, all that stuff kind of tends to go down when you move up in weight. And people forget that. See, in Amanda Nunes' case, I don't know. I think that she is at a disadvantage. If she's got to move up to fight Cyborg, she's at a big disadvantage. And the odds automatically go in Cyborg's favor. Now, could that be a fight of the year? I mean, it could be. It could be a fight of the year. It really could be. If Amanda really come and bring it, and if the weight moving up in weight don't affect Amanda the way that I think it will, I think it'll be a good candidate for it, because they going to rumble. They're gonna rumble. I think Cyborg wins, but that don't mean just because a fighter gets beat convincingly, that don't mean it's not a good fight. Like just because I think Holly got beat up, that don't mean like it wasn't a good fight. The fight was good. There were points in the fight where Holly actually had her moments. You know, she did. That's just how it is. The numbers tell you a different story, but Holly had some moments in the fight where, she did something. She didn't completely just, run around the octagon for the whole time. But let me get back on point. Amanda, to me, is at a disadvantage. And I think that, yeah, with the fight being good, see, who benefits? Who really benefits when Amanda gets in there with Cyborg? I mean, you notice, man, they're not, Amanda the champion. Yep, she the champion. Nobody else to fight. But do you notice that out of all the other people that called out Cris Cyborg, okay, and I know people say, well, it's a money thing, champion versus champion. I get it. I get it. But before Amanda Nunes was even a thought, all the people that called out Cris Cyborg that was bantamweight, Amanda Nunes, Amanda never called out Cris Cyborg. Not really. But they pushed Amanda into the fight. So, now I'm starting to think, okay, what is it, man? Because, I got my hat on here. I got my thinking cap on. I'm like, they don't really like Amanda as the champion anyway. And, yeah, get her beat up, soften her up. But then, who are they going to get Amanda? Who are they going to get to fight Amanda Nunes in the bantamweight division after this Cyborg deal is over? Who? Because we know that this is like a rising fight. It's a spectacle. And that's going to be a good spectacle. Okay, I ain't going to lie. It's going to be a good spectacle, but it's just a spectacle nonetheless. Who? Who are they going to get to fight Nunes? Who in that? I mean, it better be the winner. It need to be the winner of Ketlin Vieira and Cat Zingano. See, and I'm kind of hoping, if Cat Zingano wins, that's good. Because now it can be a rematch, and they can build that fight. Cat Zingano is going to talk the fight up. But, it is what it is, guys. I may have to talk about that in another video. But congrats to Cris Cyborg. Congrats to her, for getting Fight of the Year. Her and Holly Holm, they came to fight, And hopefully the next person they get in with Cyborg, they're going to battle. Holly Holm wants a rematch. Which, I can't blame Holly. It was a pretty good payday. She got all those pay-per-view points. Yeah, she won a rematch. Of course they do. Okay? But my thing is that if Holly, anticipates, chasing a rematch with Cris Cyborg, if that's what she really wants, there's going to have to be some things that change, man, within her. Things in her camp going to have to change, man. A lot of things are going to have to change, and Holly Holm is going to have to be willing to do something different. She's going to have to be willing to do it. She can't do the same thing. Because the jig is up with Holly Holm. The jig is up. Everybody know. Everybody know how to time Holly Holm. You got fighters now sitting back just like, oh, okay, man. Get me in there. I think I can figure it out. And Cris Cyborg made adjustments very quickly. Valentina Shevchenko made adjustments quickly. Jermaine Durandame made adjustments very quickly. Miesha Tate, not the striker. She can't strike. But, she actually caught on and got the timing of Holly Holm down. That's why Miesha was able to just do a lot of things and defend so well against Holly. So we'll keep our eyes open, but still, it's still nonetheless a good positive for women's MMA. These are two of the top fighters in the world. Yes, Holly Holm is a top fighter in the world. Yes, she's getting beat by top level competition, but see, lower level competition can't beat Holly Holm, Megan Anderson. And that is just the way that is. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.